Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Destination FBA. My name is Emma and I upload regular videos so I can show you what life is really like as an Amazon FBA seller. So if you're new to selling or you're just thinking about getting started, please do click that subscribe button, click that notification bell as well, and you'll be notified every time a new video goes live. We also have a great Facebook group which I'll link to below. Please do feel free to jump in there, share your journeys or ask any questions you've got. We do have a really good mix of new sellers and experienced sellers, so there is always someone on hand to help you. Now, one of the biggest problems we come up against when we sell on Amazon is price tanking. So this is where we send in a product and all the competition starts lowering that price until before we know it, there is little or no profit to be made. This can be so frustrating when you've done that sourcing and the analysing and then you've made that purchase because everything looks good. So you've got a great profit margin, a great return on investment, the sales are great and there's not too much competition either. Unfortunately, there are times when then prices will drop so low that there is just no profit to be made at all. In just those few days that it takes you to send the stock in, for it to be received by Amazon, for it to go through fulfillment centre transfers and then be available, a lot can happen. Now, a number of other sellers could have found that same deal and be on the listing, or even worse, Amazon could be on it themselves. A great example of this is this Karcher window cleaner that I purchased earlier on this year. So I purchased this for £24.99 and the current buy box price was £83.02. This gave me an amazing profit of £40.64 and a return on investment of 95.89%. Now, I purchased 6 of these and I sent them straight into Amazon. Now, as soon as that stock landed and it was available for sale, that price dropped to £46.90. We can see on these BuyBot Pro charts that the price had been steady for the 6 months previous, but they also show us this huge increase in sellers at that same time that the price tanked. Now, I did manage to sell all of my stock, but I did have to drop that price right down to compete, so I had to get rid of that stock to get that investment back. My sell price was just £45, so this meant my profit dropped from £40.64 to just £8.67 per unit, and my return on investment dropped from 95.89% to just 23.86%. So not a complete loss, but definitely not great. If we go back to the charts, we can see that the price did start to recover, but it's still not back to where it was previously. Now, most items will recover in time. Had I been able to sit on this stock for longer, I certainly would have made more profit, but there's no telling how long this would have taken. Now, at that moment in time, there was no guarantee of how quickly that price would recover, so I needed to get my investment back with any profit I could. I just needed to turn that stock around as quickly as I possibly could so I could reinvest it into more stock. Now, in an ideal world, I would have held that stock at the higher price and I would have waited for my competition to sell out. This would definitely have guaranteed me a higher profit margin, but my money would have been tied up for another 3 months. So let's look at what causes price tanking and what we can do about it. Now, some price tanking is a result of deal sheets and pods. Now, some deal sheets you can buy into, but there is no limit to the amount of people that will receive those same deals. This means you could have huge competition if everybody is making the same purchases. Be sure of exactly what that deal sheet is offering you before you sign up. So I'm currently using Online Arbitrage Deals as they are the only software that offers a unique deal flow. Now, you may share a deal with limited other people, but your list is entirely different and it is unique to you. It's also worth remembering that not everybody will purchase everything on that sheet, so this could help again to limit that competition. Another likely source of tanking due to too much competition is national sales. So if you go somewhere like Tesco or Sainsbury's when they're doing their big toy event and you're purchasing toys at half price, you've got to expect that a lot of other people are doing exactly the same thing. Any national sales are likely to have an effect on that seller count. Now, new sellers especially will see this as a great opportunity, so they'll purchase the stock in, they'll send it into Amazon, and with limited capital they need to get that money back again. Now, they may be willing to drop to rock bottom prices if that stock isn't moving because they don't want their money tied up. They may then set their repricer depending on the buy box, not realising the damage this can do to everybody on that listing. Now, if you do find items in these clearances and you decide to go ahead and make that purchase, you have 2 choices. You can either send the stock straight into Amazon and hope that the price doesn't tank, or you can just keep hold of it for a little longer. Now, if you are going to send that stock in, make sure you do it as soon as possible so you can start making sales before that price starts falling. Some items I bought in these clearances I've actually kept back for Q4, so this gives that price a chance to recover if it does start tanking, and it prepares me well in advance. I know we're only in July, but Q4 will be upon us before we know it, so it's always good to be prepared, and if you've got the cash flow, get some bits ready, keep some bits in stock, ready to send in as soon as that Q4 hits. Now, if you find that your prices are tanking a lot, so it's a lot of different items on a very regular basis, maybe you need to stop and look at where you're purchasing from. If they're popular stores with regular deals, maybe you need to move away from them and find yourself a new supplier. It may be that they're just easy go-to places that all the sellers are going to and everybody's purchasing those same deals week in, week out. Take a look at the categories that you're having the biggest problems with and see if you can start branching out into something new. Now, replenishable items are always worth looking into, so you can send in bundles or unique bundles where there is very little or no competition at all. These could bring you really fast sales. Now, the profit may be lower, but you're turning around more stock at a faster rate, meaning you are going to make more money in the long run. You really just need to sit back and work out what's going wrong. Is it the items you're purchasing? Is it the stores you're purchasing from? Or are you using the wrong deal sheets? Make the connection and use this to help make the changes that you need to. You don't want to be wasting your money sourcing and analysing those deals just to make very little, or even worse, no money at all. You need to be smart with that sourcing, and in some cases you just need patience as well. Now, if there is a lot of competition, you're using Repricer, do not use penny under buy box. I would suggest setting that strategy to either match buy box or penny over buy box. If you set to penny under buy box, that would just help drag the price down and the profit for everybody. Now, whenever you're sourcing, take a look at those historical data sheets and just see if there's any trends. So see if at certain times of year that price does drop off. Now, unfortunately, nothing we can do will completely eliminate the risk of the price tanking, but we can do things to try and just limit this as much as we possibly can. If you have any tips at all, I would love to hear them, so please do pop them below or post them in our Facebook group. That is all from me today, so thank you very much for watching. Good luck with the sourcing, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.